guys, and welcome back to my channel. After I finished recording my previous video on the different ways you can use a powder contour kit, it sparked the idea in my head that I should do another tutorial showing you how to use different beauty products in different ways. I think a lot of the times we get stuck using products the way they're meant to be used, so you'll use a blush as a blush, a bronzer as a bronzer, but you can use these items in a variety of other ways, which will really save you time when doing your makeup. It'll get you ready a lot faster if you're only using a few items. And I also thought the holiday season is right around the corner and a lot of you might be traveling, and it gets hard to condense the amount of products that you take with you when you're traveling. If you're like me, you take your entire makeup kit. So this should help you condense the amount of products that you'll be having to take with you on your travels this holiday season. This entire look was done using just 9 different beauty products and 2 different tools. So if you're curious as to what products I used and how I used them and want to see how I created this look, keep on watching. Before I jump into the makeup, I wanted to give you guys one quick tip that I like to do with my hair when I'm trying to get ready really fast. So what I like to do is blow dry my hair straight using the BB Straight Blow Dry Styling Cream. This stuff will seriously straighten and smooth your hair like no other, and this is coming from a girl with really curly, frizzy, dry hair. So if this product can straighten out and smooth out my hair, it can definitely do it to yours. So I use this product to blow dry my hair straight because it's going to keep it really smooth and frizz-free. And then I'll toss my hair into a really tight, low bun while I'm doing my makeup. And I'll leave the bun the entire time, and then right before I head out the door, I'll take the bun out and it just leaves me with some really nice beach waves. So I'm gonna toss it into a bun now, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna take the bun out so you guys can see what the final product looks like. The first thing I'm going to do is apply the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Groenland all over my face using my fingers. And if you have more of an oily skin type, they do make oil-free tinted moisturizers, and don't feel like you can't use a primer with a tinted moisturizer. Just because it's not a foundation doesn't mean you can't use one. Definitely still feel free to use an oil controlling primer if it's going to help when wearing a tinted moisturizer. Because I am trying to use the least amount of products possible and also use products that can be used for multiple things, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Honey to conceal and correct underneath my eyes and any other area of my face that might have some discoloration or redness. The reason I'm using Honey is because it does have a salmon or a pink undertone that's going to help to correct while also concealing at the same time. Normally when I use this concealer, I would mix it with the lighter shade, which is called Vanilla, to also highlight, but I'm not really going to be highlighting for this look. I'm trying to keep it really natural and clean, and I'm also not trying to use a ton of concealer because I'm not going to be using different powders to set. So just a slight amount underneath the eyes and around the nose to hide any discoloration. Using a Smith 112 brush and MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in Light Plus, I'm going to set my entire complexion, and I'm also going to apply it to my lids to help set the concealer and any product that is on my eyelids to help prep for eyeshadow. And I always like to press in the concealer or the product before I set with powder to just pick up any excess product and any creasing that you might have gotten in the meantime before you set your makeup. Next, I'm going to go into the eyes, and I'm going to start by filling in my brows using the Youngblood Brow Artiste palette in the dark shade. Normally, you see me using brow powder and a brush and a brow gel, but I'm using this guy for this look because it has 2 different brow powders in it, as well as a brow gel that'll help, or a brow wax that'll help set the brows in place. It comes with the brush, with the spoolie at the end, and the applicator and tweezers. So it's perfect when condensing your makeup kit to just a few items if you're traveling or don't want to carry a large makeup bag. So I'm going to start by first applying the brow wax to my brow hairs using my finger. And then I'm going to comb it out with the spoolie and then apply the powder. For the shadow that I'm going to be applying to the crease, I'm going to be using the exact same bronzer I'm going to be using to bronze and contour my face, and that's the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 20M. And I'm going to be applying it to my crease using the Smith 235 brush, which I'm also going to be using to finish the rest of the eye look. I'm also going to be applying this bronzer to my lower lash line. And then to blend out the eyeshadow, rather than hold it in the direction that you would to apply shadow, I'm going to flip it over sideways and use that to blend. For the shadow on the lid, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Glow, which I'm also going to be using as blush. But for the lid, I'm actually going to pick it up on the brush first and then spray it with Fix Plus to intensify the color. And to highlight the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to be using the Anastasia So Hollywood Illuminator, which, you guessed it, is the same illuminator I'm going to be using to highlight the rest of my face. And I'm going to apply this to the tear duct using my finger. Eyeliner is totally optional for this look, but I'm going to be using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Swerve, which is a black eyeliner, and I'm going to be tightlining to make the base of my lashes look really full. And to finish the eyes, I'm just going to load up on a ton of Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm going to be using that same mascara for the lower lash line. And to help prevent mascara dripping down to your under eye area, it happens to me all the time because my lower lashes are really long, just take a clean spoolie brush. This one has Mika's fur all over it. Just take a clean spoolie brush, mine still has Mika fur all over it, and just go underneath and push the lashes up so they're not hitting your under eye area. From here, you're literally less than 5 minutes away from being done. All I'm gonna do is use those exact same products that I had on my eyes on the rest of my face. So I'm gonna start by using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion to bronze and contour my face using that same Smith 112 brush. And I'm going to use that same brush to lightly apply some of the bronzer to the sides of my nose. For a highlight, I'm using that same illuminator from Anastasia that I used to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and that's the So Hollywood Illuminator. And again, I'm using that same Smith 112 brush to apply it to the high points of my face. For the nose and Cupid's bow, I'm just using the tip of my finger to be a little more precise. So much eyeliner on my finger. And for blush, again, I'm using the Milani Baked Bronzer in Glow, and I'm applying it with that same Smith 112 brush. And if you need to blend out anything a little more or chisel out your cheekbones a little more, just pick up the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in that same Smith 112 brush to just clean up and soften any of the areas. So I'm going to go ahead and use that powder to clean up under here. For the lip, you're also going to want to use something that's multitasking, and I'm going to give you 3 different options. The first option is a lip liner. preferably one that wears comfortably and more so like a lipstick. I really love the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencils. They don't tend to snag when you're applying them, or you don't have to apply lip balm before. These go on really clean and really pretty, so I wear these as a lipstick all the time, especially the shade Liar. I absolutely love this color. Another option is to use a lipstick that comes in the form of a pencil, something like these guys from Delium Tools. And these are awesome because they're in the form of a pencil, so it's almost like using a lip liner and a lipstick in one, because it's easy to outline your lip and fill it in as well. These do have more of a glossy finish, so then as a bonus, you also get a gloss in one product. The last option is to use a lip gloss that has a really high coverage. I love the Anastasia lip glosses. It's almost like a full lip color. They're not even a lip gloss. I think when people think of lip gloss, they think of a really sheer top coat that goes over a lipstick that you already have on your lips. But that's definitely not the case with these guys, and I'm going to be using the shade Undressed to complete this look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let my hair down so I can show you guys what I mean about styling your hair really quickly when you're in a rush and don't have time to get ready. So in the beginning of the tutorial, I put it up in a bun, and when I take it down, it has some natural waves to it. They're not perfect, but I'm not trying to go for a really perfect done up look with my hair. Just kind of want it to be messy and sort of have some beach waves in it. Alright guys, that completes this look. Just to give a quick recap, I used a total of 9 products and 2 tools, the Smith 112 brush and the Smith 235 brush. This is a really great look for those of you who don't have much time to get ready. It's perfect for work or school, or if you're traveling this holiday season, it really reduces the amount of stuff that you have to bring with you. Don't feel like you always have to use a product the way it's meant to. If it works on the eyes, if it works on the lips, the cheeks, whatever, you can use it however you like. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so I see you in the next one. Bye guys. She's back for round 2, uh-oh. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm going to be including some of your guys' questions at the end of my videos, and today's question comes from Stefania. She asks, what is the difference between contouring, bronzering, and bronzer, because she doesn't get it. Thank you, have a great day. So the difference between the 3 is contouring is the shading and defining of the face, of the bone structure. So for contouring, you tend to use a product that's a little more towards the taupey side. Think gray. I hate saying the word gray because I think it sounds really ugly. You would never put something gray on your skin. But think of a powder or a cream that's more towards the taupe side. And you're going to apply that specifically to the hollows of your cheeks, temples, nose. You can even do the crease of your eye if you're not going to be wearing any eye makeup and you just want to contour the lids. Jawline and down the neck. So contouring is to define and almost hollow out your bone structure, just give you a really chiseled and defined look, and you're always going to be using a taupey or gray cream or powder product to do that. Bronzering is what I sort of just kind of made up, and that's when you use a bronzer to bronze and contour at the same time. So when you use a bronzer, you're warming up the skin, but if you're using a bronzer that is more towards the cool side, something like Laguna from NARS is a perfect example, you can also use it to contour because it has the perfect amount of cool tones that you can still shade the face without it looking too bronzy or warm. You wouldn't use a really red or really orange bronzer to contour because it wouldn't give you the same shading effect like something that's more cool toned would. And then bronzer, like I mentioned, is just to warm up the skin. So essentially, most people just use bronzers to dust all over their face to give them some more color, to warm up the skin. But like I said, I like using cool toned bronzers to contour and bronze, giving you bronzering, which I made up, so don't get that confused. So that's the difference between the 3. I hope that made sense. Leave your guys' questions down below so I can include them in the next video. Bye guys.